Touche, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Reliable reports that an assassin is nearby and that you are his intended target.
The worm has grown a spine.
Unlike many assassination targets in AC, Touche isn't a guy you only encounter once when you're set to kill him. You meet him much earlier on and spend the next few hours waiting for Arno to finally get the chance to take him down, since he's such an unpleasant character.
Oh, wait, my lord. The assassins are, well connected.
You find Touche overseeing executions for the Templars in Versailles. Arno's able to break into the large cell holding the prisoners prior to execution and nobly volunteers to be the first one to step up to the guillotine. By the time Touche realizes Paris's top assassin is headed right for him, it's already too late. Jubair al-Hakim, Assassin's Creed.
They are beacons meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies.
Close to the end of the game, Altair realizes he can't rely on his animus waypoints alone to point him straight towards his targets. That's because Jubair enlists the help of half a dozen lookalikes because he's so paranoid about being Altair's next victim. This mission is so late in the game that the Templars are on high alert. Jubair is clearly losing it, preoccupied with burning books he considers to contain dangerous knowledge, and then he burns one of his own men alive for arguing with him.
Yes, of course. Then join them!
You need to pursue Jubair and his doppelgangers through the streets of Damascus, checking them off one by one to see which finally turns gold. John Pitcairn, Assassin's Creed 3.
There is no time. I will have to chance a direct approach.
That's twice today you proposed the impossible.
The Battle of Bunker Hill was one of the most important conflicts in the entirety of the American Revolution, with the Patriots coming to blows with the British in the heart of Massachusetts. In real life, Pitcairn died when he was caught in heavy artillery, but in the game, it's down to Connor to break through enemy lines and take down Pitcairn, sneaking through the advancing British forces as the colonists lay down suppressive fire. Then, it's an elaborate tree platforming sequence until you finally make it to where Pitcairn is holed up. Connor jumps from a tree to perform an air assassination while Pitcairn is on horseback, stealing the horse for himself and then making a break for it. Lucy Thorne, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Good day, Miss Fry. I'll take that.
For much of Syndicate, Lucy Thorne is positioned as Evie Fry's nemesis. While Jacob is causing chaos throughout London, Evie is hunting pieces of Eden, and Thorne is always there to head her off. Though they already come to blows early in the game, when it's finally time to dispatch Thorne, Evie needs to visit the Tower of London, London's historic palace and prison in the heart of the city.
I wager you won't like what Miss Thorne has in store for you.
Stand up to Miss Thorne.
She enlists the help of some royal guards to do this while avoiding killing any of the ones who aren't on board. The unique kill comes when Evie feigns capture and is able to take out Thorne when she least expects it. Micheletto, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
My God! Why hast thou thus forsaken me?
Merda. Which cross is Pietro's?
This mission is masterfully designed, with the story finally taking Ezio to Rome's Colosseum, which we always knew it would. A play about the death of Christ is being performed, and it's Ezio's job to take out the guards, infiltrate the performance, kill his target Micheletto, and rescue Pietro, who's playing Jesus. All of this must be accomplished in only 5 minutes, with an elaborate platforming sequence and multiple targets to hunt.
As he bade me, but on your peril it shall be.
Technically, Micheletto isn't finished off for good in this mission. Ezio has to leave because Pietro has actually been poisoned. Micheletto ultimately meets his end off-screen at the hands of Caesar. Posing as a Roman soldier to join a biblical play is a story for the ages.
Cut him down!
This was not in rehearsal!
Julien du Casse, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. As one of the Caribbean's most notorious pirates, Edward Kenway has a degree of responsibility to his fellow ne'er-do-wells, which is why he sets his sights on the Templar naval fleet's crowning jewel, El Arca del Maestro. The only problem is that the ship is helmed by the arms dealer Julien du Casse, who must be taken out so that Kenway can claim the ship for the pirates.
As bold as a musket ball, and still half as sharp. Ah!
It's a long sequence, sneaking through the jungle, over white beaches, avoiding guards, leaping from cliff to cliff, until finally reaching the enormous galleon itself. Kenway climbs the rigging and leaps to du Casse from above in a glorious air assassination. Abul Nuqoud, Assassin's Creed.
That I have not heard the words you whisper behind my back. Well, I have, and I fear I can never forget.
Known to many as the Merchant King of Damascus, Nuqoud summons the people to his lavish palace for what seems to be a party. Things take a sickening turn, however, when Nuqoud reveals that the wine pouring from the opulent fountain is poison. It's an extremely sinister encounter as Nuqoud turns on his own subjects, the same ones he's been stealing from, and blames them for the continuation of the wars in the Holy Land.
You don't even know why we fight. The sanctity of the Holy Land, you'll say, or the evil inclination of our enemies. But these are lies you tell yourselves.
It's very satisfying to give Nuqoud his just desserts, taking down his guards one by one and then finally the man himself. He won't mistreat the people of Damascus any longer.
A minor evil for a greater good? We are the same.
Charles Gabriel Sivert, Assassin's Creed Unity.
You mean a dagger in broad daylight as I'm cut down where I stand?
Sends a powerful message.
I'll do it my way.
The Assassination of Sivert was Unity's flagship stealth mission, featuring prominently in promotional material. Sivert is holed up in Notre Dame Cathedral with the baying, revolutionary crowds outside. It's a very tricky building to infiltrate, and even harder to navigate once you're inside. But it's all worth it in the end for one of the franchise's most iconic and unique kills. Arno takes up a position inside Notre Dame's confessional and waits for Sivert to arrive and confess to his sins, prompting Arno to stab him through the booth's wall with the hidden blade. We wonder if the Catholic Church will forgive Arno for committing murder in this holy space. Francesco de Pazzi, Assassin's Creed 2.
Brought up as a noble in a city captivated by the newly rich Medici family, Francesco was taught to hate the middle class and its social climbers.
He's the main antagonist for much of Assassin's Creed 2, being the corrupt nobleman directly responsible for framing and executing Ezio's brothers and father at the beginning of the game. Ezio spends the better part of a decade picking off the Pazzis one by one, until encountering Francesco as he makes a violent attempt on a rival nobleman, Lorenzo de' Medici. Lorenzo bids Ezio to kill Francesco, and he's happy to oblige, infiltrating his compound and finally getting his revenge. He then hangs Francesco's body from the roof as a warning, mirroring the auditory executions at the start of the game.
Francesco?
John Elliotson, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
After all, we wouldn't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Sounds very wise.
Syndicate's greatest unique kill comes early on, with Jacob Frye tasked with sneaking into Lambeth Asylum to eliminate the mad doctor John Elliotson. Elliotson is vital to the Templars' control of London, as he's responsible for intoxicating soothing syrup used to placate the population. In the asylum, Jacob needs to jump through a lot of hoops to get down to the morgue, where he can take the place of a dead body on a medical gurney. He's then wheeled towards Elliotson, while the latter prepares to demonstrate trepanning, the archaic practice of drilling a hole in someone's skull to release bad energy. But in the end, it's Elliotson who gets a hole in the head from Jacob's hidden blade. Do you agree with our picks? Don't forget to stick around and check out our other videos on MojoPlays.